Stadium in upstate New York.
A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
And we are underway in Buffalo. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start. At the 25.
Rodgers now on first down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43-yard line. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets this to Davante Adams. Touchdown! Davante Adams, 43 yards.
And the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Packers 7, Bills 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Being chased out left. Going deep for Diggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Allen to throw once more. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now second and 7 from the 23.
Brings up second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, but it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. From the 25 on second down, Rodgers looking for the end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first down, here's Breida. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. From the gun, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen off the play fake. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That's good for Bills. First down.
From midfield, here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. He'll find Aguara complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man, this is Lewis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. He'll buy some time right. He's going to go deep for Beasley. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play here for Buffalo. Flushed out right. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 34 yards. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Flushed, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. go for two, try and make it feel a little different.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Rodgers. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Allen. Into the hands of Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down and 3. Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth